Check it out. Look, we from the bottom, ain't no problems, we gon' make a way. Got no coach on the field, but we making plays. Hey, look, don't worry, we gon' be okay. Hey, look, why? Cause we gon' make them pay. We from
What's going down, gamblers around the world? It's the coach here with my boy Marley Betts. We're about to get ready to break down these Wednesday college basketball here on February 3rd, 2021. What's going down, Marley?
What is the deal, coach? Shit, same old shit, man. You know, it's still the third, so rent due, motherfuckers. Still early.
You got to the fifth. You
I
got to
feel
the
the
fifth.
feel, man.
You ain't got it.
Hey, that's what we gotta say every first of the month. That's the tagline. I fuck with that shit.
Yeah,
Rent
man.
due, motherfuckers.
The rent is due, man. Oh, man. What a day yesterday, huh?
Woo! Yeah, man. I had you want me to recap? You already started setting it up yet?
Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead. Let's give a recap of
All
yesterday.
right. Let's go over yesterday's bets, action, and results, people. Coach was on fire. He's still been on fire. Overall, 6-4 for the week. I'll take that. He went 3-3 yesterday. That's 500. I'll take that. On the other hand, I went 2-3 yesterday. I'm 3-5 overall for the week in NCAA. However, on NBA,
Killing it.
6-1 overall, killing it. 3-1 yesterday, 3-0 before that. So 6-1 in NBA overall, both sports. I'm 9-6 right now. 2-3 yesterday, one game under 5. So, but he go get back to it. You know what I'm saying? We still up, so we still fighting. As long as you got $5 in the tank, man, we still fighting.
Well,
I didn't see boys come up on free plays.
that's what I'm doing right now. Shit. After what Dayton did to me,
Oh
man.
man.
Dayton went on a damn near 10-minute drought. 10-minute
Go
drought
for it.
in Debacle yesterday, man.
Yeah, I saw you talking in the chat, man.
That
Just
shit
shooting
pissed me
threes,
off.
huh? Said they was just jacking up threes, huh?
It was terrible, bro. It was
I
terrible.
know at one point they was 0 for 9. I saw you had posted one point they went 0 for 9, dog.
It was 1 of 4-11. 1 for 11 at the threes. But then came back and lost the game by 5, which I took them +1. Which I should have just stuck with my guns and went with USC like I wanted to. You know what I'm saying? Like we advised.
Yep.
That game came down to the wire too. It wasn't no piece of cake, but I mean, it definitely was a piece of work. You know what I'm saying?
So my most disappointment yesterday was fucking North Carolina.
Oh yeah.
They killed me yesterday. I was so close to giving out them as my best bet yesterday. I'm glad I
threw
didn't.
it out there to Buddy. I threw it out there. I said, man, I said, like, dude, take that for show bet. I had the colors on and everything, dog. Crazy. I thought I was live at 5, man. I thought I was live at 5.
I ended up saying, USC is my best bet, thankfully, but I was this close to saying North Carolina. Like I thought that was a for show money.
Man, Dayton, dog. Dayton let me down big time, bro. Dayton. I couldn't believe it, man. And it made sense. Everybody was like, them boys, they everybody was like they got that it's the opening of that new stadium, so everybody was already juiced up. You know what I'm saying? So, but it is what it is. 3-3, stayed at 500 yesterday. Man, we squeaked away from that Purdue. Baylor's looking awesome, looking like a Final Four team. They took care of business. Man, what about Tennessee? What a debacle, dog.
I said that too. And that's why I took the money line. And I should have just stayed off the game. And that's why I was like, I remember talking about it yesterday. We were talking about the 3.5, and I was like, man, I'm still not sure if I trust this Tennessee team yet. So I did the money line, thinking like I'm just gonna be safe. They should still go in there and at least win.
And that was though we covered, but that was a debacle for Purdue too, man. You were up 5. You were up 5 with
like
less
12
than 2
seconds.
minutes, with less than 12 minutes, 2 minutes to go in the game, and they
Man,
end up losing.
I thought I saw 4 with like some seconds left. If maybe I'm tripping.
I don't know, because I was on the road at that time, but man, that was a bad defeat for that team. But if you took them on the cover, we made that
cover
good.
+2. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
All right, well, let's go ahead and get into it today, man. We no early action, but I definitely got some action today. We only got 5 games we're gonna cover today that we thought out the bunch. Let's get on the Pirates, who are 7-6, 8-3-8 against the spread. The line opened up in favor of U of H minus 16. It's 16.5, excuse me, and it's still sitting there. U of H has White Jr. He's still out. He's out for the whole year. While questionable for today's game for East Carolina, Strickland, the forward, and Coleman playing that forward position and center. Both of them both Strickland's on core team duty, and undisclosed. Coleman, he probably did some dumb shit on campus, and they probably gonna suspend him today. Not like it was gonna make a difference. U of H 6-0 against the spread in the last 6 games. The total has gone under 13 out of the last 20 games. They're 8-0 straight up in the last 8 games, 5-2 against the spread in the last 7 games when playing against East Carolina. They're 9-0 straight up in the last 9 games playing against East Carolina. 4-1 against the spread in the last 5 games on the road. 5-0 straight up in the last 5 games when playing on the road against East Carolina. 5-0 against the spread this season in the last 5 games. 8-0 straight up in the last 8 games against an opponent from the American Conference, and the total has gone under 4 out of the last 5 games for them boys. To the H. East Carolina 0-5 against the spread in the last 5 games. The under has hit 6 out of the last 9 games for them boys. They are 0-5 against the spread. 1-5 against the spread in the last 6 games at home. 0-5 against the straight up, when playing against U of H at home. 1-8 against the spread in the last 9 games. 0-5 against the straight up in the last 5 games against the American Conference. And the total has gone under 4 out of the last 5 games when ECU is playing at home on a Wednesday night. U of H made me some money. They lost me some money in the first half when they played against SMU this past weekend. But they made me some money, covered that shit in the second half. While East Carolina, they're definitely trending down. They're coming off a 77-68 loss against Tulsa. Houston Cougars, we out here in the H, no bias, versus East Carolina. What you got, Marley?
So you put me on this train. So I kind of just been riding this train with you, honestly. That's U of H first half.
They let us down last week. They let us down
last week. I mean, do I expect them to win every first half all season? I don't. But I know for 10 games though, they went 9-1. So I'll take that. And we looked up earlier, ECU lost to what was the team we looked up earlier? UCF.
Central Florida.
Central Florida. 45-23, something like that, first half last game. And UCF is terrible. So I'm gonna keep riding that train with you, even though like I said, they lost it last week, but I already took it again. They only lost it by 0.5 point, 0.5.
Against a good SMU team. SMU a good team. They're not no slouches, so they're pretty good
right,
team.
And they not no slouch. Right. Honestly, P, on this one, I don't remember the line right before I took it, so you got
9.5.
Line on that.
So right now
I already took it. I couldn't remember what it was.
So right now they got U of H minus 9.5. Yeah, like I said, guys, that's been tuning in. I've been following U of H. I'm not like a huge U of H fan now, but I know they play good basketball in the American Conference, and I've been following them for the past couple of weeks. and their first half trend, and they are phenomenal in the first half. Especially in the last week, they were holding people under 20 points in multiple games. I don't see them having an issue today doing the same thing, especially with East Carolina being shorthanded. So I'm definitely gonna back U of H minus 9.5 for the first half. Let's book that. We've been winning money on this. Let's keep winning money. And I definitely and you know, if you wanted to play the full game, they're definitely going to cover the 16.5. They probably they will cover 16 first half. You know, that's how good of a defensive team these boys are, and that's how good of a ball they're moving the ball around and getting points. So yeah, definitely official play for both of us. U of H minus 9.5 for the first half. So we just need them to win by 10. I think they'll win by 17 or more.
Cool.
Let's get to the next game.
I see you, Penn State. Hey, I'm just going off the comments. You know what I'm saying? Clipper from yesterday saying he was wrong about Penn State. Hey, it happens.
Hey,
it's all good.
I paid no attention to that game all day. But when it came time to it, I was like, man, I want to watch this just for Clipper, just to see.
That's why I looked at it. I tuned in.
For the first 5 minutes of the game, I was listening. I wasn't watching it, but I was listening to Penn State. I was like, okay, I think Clipper might have had it. Because it was close in the first 5 minutes of the game. I don't remember what happened after that because I paid attention to that suckfest of Dayton last night. But yeah, man, I paid attention. Then when I saw the score, I was like, damn, he almost had it. What's up, LJ?
It happens. What's up, LJ? It's all good though. Yeah, I was wrong on a couple games too.
Well, let's get on to the next game, man. We got Virginia Tech -4 going up against Pitt. Virginia Tech 13-3 straight up, 10-6 against the spread, while Pitt Panthers, they're 8-5, 7-6 against the spread right now. That line opened up in favor of VTech -3. Right now it's at -4, went up a whole point on us. Injury reports. VTech still has a couple of guys out that are out indefinitely for the rest of the year. Radford, Herrera, and Pims. Pitt, he's the only one that's out all year for disciplinary actions. He probably got caught smoking some weed in the dorms too. VTech 8-3 against the spread in their last 11 games. The under's gone under 5 out of the last 5 games for them boys. They're 5-1 straight up in the last 6 games, 6-2-1 against the spread in the last 9 games against Pitt, 5-0 straight up in the last 5 games against Pitt. The under has hit 5 out of the last 6 games when VTech is on the road. 2-4 straight up in the last 6 games when playing on the road against Pitt, though. And 5-1 straight up in the last 6 games when playing against ACC opponents. Pitt Panthers definitely trending down, in my opinion. The under has hit 7 out of the last 10 games for them guys. They're 8-4 straight up in the last 12 games. The unders hit 4 out of the last 6 at home, 4-2 straight up in the last 6 home games when playing against VTech. But they're 5-12 straight up in the last 17 games when playing against the ACC opponent. 1-5 against the spread in the last 6 in February, and 4-2 against the spread when playing as an underdog. Talked about the last couple of games. VTech, they lost. They lost to my boys in Syracuse. They was a favorite. Came out of that victory. Came out of that play with the underdog victory, but they bounced back against Notre Dame, beating them by 11 points. They covered that when the line was at -1. I was like, man, give me that all day. And then they upset UVA this past weekend on the road. They was a 5-point favorite. Pitt, they're trending down. They were fired, especially between December to January 19th. They were fired. They were 6-1 around that time, and they've dropped games to Wake by 1 point, and they were 2-point favorite in that one. They lost to UNC, who's been inconsistent, and they lost to Notre Dame, who got just wiped the floors with them, 84-58. They went cold in that game. Pitt went absolutely cold. Notre Dame went on like a 26 to 4 run in the second half. I mean, it was crazy. But
right,
your boys, the VTech Hokies versus Pitt. What you got?
Right, my boys, V-Tech. Yep, I've been following them. I think I'm not 100% sure, but I think that Syracuse game is Radford getting hurt that game. Um,
Yeah.
and
He
they
just
ended up getting blown out because before that game they were rolling.
right.
Even since that game they won four out of the last. They won the next two games and four out of the last five overall. But Kevin Aluma, 14.7 boards. Um, that's the guy right now. Radford was 11-6, so like they definitely missed that. But we see on the last two games, they've been able to put it together. I don't believe in this Pitt team. Um, and like you said, they've been trending down. And I think Virginia Tech, excuse me, is trending up, although they had to stumble in Syracuse. You take the stumble out of Syracuse, they're on like a 5-game winning streak, 6-game winning streak, and they really hot. So and they can play defense. And that's the difference to me. They average 72 points a game. They're giving up 63. That's a 9-point differential. Shooting 44% from the field. That's pretty average. Pitt's averaging 72, but they're giving up 68. So that's only a 4-point differential. And like you said, they're trending down. They lost to Notre Dame. They lost to Wake. Did they lose to Wake? I think they lost to Wake.
Wake was the first one to knock them off their street.
Right. And then who was the last one? Because they just lost 3 straight.
The North Carolina.
North Carolina. So
North Carolina was hot. They were hot. They were still kind of hot, but they were hot.
Right. I'm on V-Tech. I took the -3. I think it's at 4 now, though, if I'm not mistaken.
So what you gonna do for the people, man? We got people watching. What you gonna do for the people?
For the people, I'm still on V-Tech. I'll still take it at 4. I don't think Pitt. I just think it's another level right now. I don't think they're on the same level. And like you said, you got teams. This is the coach's quote, man. It's one of the quotes that I've adopted for myself, man. Teams trending up and teams trending down, man. And I think Pitt is trending down. Virginia Tech, although they had a stumble against Syracuse is a team that's trending up. So other than that, they've been taking care of business. I think they still roll. I'm on Virginia Tech.
All right. Situations like this, V-Tech coming off that upset victory on the road.
Scares me a little bit.
Still on the road. Pitt, I mean, this definitely looks like the perfect trap game. A lot of money, like you said, you called it at 3. A lot of money's coming in on V-Tech. It feels like a trap game to me.
It does.
3-game losing streak.
It
V-Tech
does.
coming off of a upset on the road against Virginia, a rivalry game at that.
It does.
I'm not gonna say the spread, but I'm definitely gonna say official play because at this point in the game, I'm willing to put 1,800 just to win 1,000 on the money line. I'm going to
recommend the money line, but it's like -210. So it's like
no. Right now it's -180 because I took it. -180. -180. I don't care. Give me Virginia official play money line. I don't want to stress. I don't want none of it because it feels very fishy. But I think they're gonna go in and get the victory. So I'm gonna take
because I caught it at 3. So that's why I gave the spread. But I want to change it to the money line.
So we both take the money line.
Yeah, because I caught it at 3, and I don't want to officially give it at 4.
I ain't even gonna lie to you. I could see V-Tech some bullshit going down. Boy, when I tell you in that Dayton versus Duquesne's game yesterday, when I saw that first half looked entirely funny to me. I've never seen a team go almost 13 possessions, everybody shooting threes or long jumpers, jacking that shit up. But I'm definitely gonna ride with V-Tech money line on that play. So I think some funny fish shit gonna go down.
It's definitely a trap game.
Just give me the victory. All right, give me the victory.
It's definitely a trap.
Hey man, y'all be sure to like, subscribe, follow us if you haven't on all of our platforms. We post pics. We do different stuff on different platforms. So if you want to always stay locked in, just follow, especially on Twitter. Follow us on Twitter. We speak our opinion, and we got a lot of our plays and stuff on there.
Always post our picks on Twitter.
Let's get to the next game on this Wednesday, on this hump day action. We got Mizzou hosting the Kentucky Wildcats. Kentucky 5-10, having an awful year. 6-9 against the spread, going up against the 11-3 Tigers, 8-6 against the spread. That line opened up in favor of Mizzou -4. So it's you could catch it some places at 4. It's a lot of, but as a consensus, everybody has it at 4.5 now. Any injuries? Kentucky, they still got 2 guys that are out all the season. Mizzou, they don't have anybody. Mizzou's coming off a 70-59 loss against Alabama, while Mizzou's coming off a 102-98 victory versus TCU during that Big 12 SEC challenge. Here we go. Kentucky. Get these actual factuals. Kentucky 1-4 against the spread in the last 5 games. The unders hit 11 out of the last 15 games for them guys. They're 1-4 straight up in the last 5 games. 11-1 straight up in the last 12 games against Missouri. Damn. 1-4 against the spread in the last 5 games when playing on the road against Missouri. 2-5 against the spread in the last 7 games. Kentucky, they're 1-4 straight up in the last 5 games when going against the SEC opponent. 8-0 straight up in the last 8 games on February. Mizzou with the lottery pick over there. The total's gone over 5 out of the last 6 games. They're 12-3 straight up in the last 15 games. 7-1 straight up in the last 8 games at home. 4-1 against the spread in the last 5 games when playing at home against Kentucky. But them lines is probably juiced.
Right.
5-2 against the spread in the last 7 games. 8-2 straight up in the last 10 games on a Wednesday. Mizzou, Kentucky, Fraud Cats. What you got, Marley?
I'm on Mizzou. I kind of started watching them because of you. This is another one of your teams that you put me on. That week they played Tennessee. And I actually like Mizzou. I just been really fading Kentucky. It's not the same Kentucky team that it's been. They only average 67 points a game, and they giving up 68 points a game. So they average is for them to lose. And they only shooting 41%. So I took Mizzou, but I'm kind of following your lead with this one. This is one of your teams that you've been watching. I see LJ, you on Mizzou too. Yeah, let's get this bread. So those are like I said earlier before we talked, I picked this game to talk about because I know it's one of your squad. So I'm kind of riding with you on this one.
If y'all aren't seeing the trend, one of the best ways you can make money in any sport is following teams. And you just got to follow the teams, man. Catch the teams. You know what I'm saying? Like we giving y'all plays over teams that we watch.
Literally.
We don't try to be all over the place and coming with 22 plays and you'll see us do videos on pretty much the same teams because we know they fucking trends and stuff. You know what I'm saying? So, but anyway, Mizzou, Kentucky, definitely trending down. Mizzou, they got that lottery pick. They had Mizzou. I love Mizzou. I'm gonna take them. I wish I would have caught it at the 4. Me personally, because where my account is at right now, I took the money line at 200 because I just want to have a stress-free day. But for my people, and if I would have like 200, 300 in the account and I was grinding, I would definitely take Mizzou -4.5. But where my account is at right now, I'm doing 2,000 to get 1,000. I'm doing the money line. But for my peoples, let's get it. Mizzou -4.5 official play. So so far we've been locked in on all the same plays. We're saving leg work when posting these picks and stuff. And now we got 2 more games to cover. Hey, guys, y'all be sure to like, subscribe, follow us, man. Let's continue to get this money. Next game. Now let's go to your boys. Let's
Virginia.
Excuse me. Virginia, 11-3 on the year, 8-6 against the spread, going against NC State. Wolfpack 7-6, 5-7-1 against the spread. Injury report right now, they got Statman out, Shredrick's out. Well, he's doubtful for today for UVA. NC State, Funderburk, he is questionable while Daniels is out. So those are their top two scores. They missed the last game against Syracuse, thank God, because we made money. If you've been following us, we made money on Syracuse over the weekend. UVA, boy, they was on a good. They're 8-2 in the last 10 games. They was on a good 6-game winning streak, 7-game winning streak. Excuse me. Up until they got knocked off, riding their high horse against Virginia Tech. NC State coming up. NC State they was up 47-35, something like that against Syracuse with their top two scores out, but they dropped that game late, 76-73. But then they beat Wake Forest, the prior game. Let's get to some of these actual factuals. Virginia 4-6 against the spread. The overs hit 4 out of the last 5 games, 7-1 straight up in the last 8 games, 4-2 against the spread in the last 6 games when going against NC State. But they're 8-1 straight up in the last 9 games when going against NC State, 7-1 straight up in the last 8 games, 10-2 in the last 12 games this season. They are 5-0 against the spread in the last 5 games. NC State, excuse me, they're 4-1 against the spread in the last 5 games. The overs hit 6 out of the last 8. They're 1-5 again. They're 1-5 straight up in the last 5 games. 8-1 straight up in the last 9 games at home. 1-4 straight up in the last 5 games. 1-4 against the spread in the last 5 games when playing against the ACC opponent. 1-4 against the spread in the last 5 games in the month of February. Y'all gotta forgive me, I'm fumbling because I'm still kind of lit. UVA versus NC State. What you got?
Like you said earlier, UVA, these my boys. So I'm already all over the 6.5. Like you said, with Devin Daniels out for North Carolina State, they leading scorer. That's 16 points and 5 rebounds. And Virginia points are hard to come by. In Virginia, they play smothering defense, and when you got your 2 top scorers out, I just think it's gonna be extremely hard for them to score. They already giving up. Virginia only gives up 59 points a game. So, and as a team, they almost shooting 49%, almost 50% from the field. They shooting 49%. Sam Hauser, he giving you 14 and 7. Huff is giving you 13 and 6. So. I'm just on Virginia. I think they bounced back from Virginia Tech. I don't think they started trending down. I think Virginia Tech was a hot team. They came in, they played. Virginia was just due for a loss. It was just that time. I think they bounced back. I think it's actually a perfect team to bounce back from because there's top 2 scorers are out. So to me, it's perfect. I took the 6.5. I still recommend the 6.5. I'm on Virginia.
Nigga, scoot back. We can't see you, dog. or scoot your phone back now. You ain't gotta fix your posture.
No, I was sitting up like this. So
yeah. That's when you get amped. That's when I know the pick is for sure. UVA, I didn't make my play yet on this, but once this U of H game is over with, I'm gonna make my play. I like. So here's the thing. With the two top scores out, and the way Virginia plays good defense, I definitely see them covering the spread, but I see them going in early and shutting shit down. What's the first half line on this? Do you know?
No, I didn't check. 6.5. I'll probably bet it is about 4.
Let me see, man. I definitely believe they'll take care of business early. But NC State came out on fire last week. I don't, man.
I think
I'm over. You're not going to be fired like that going against Virginia and their defense. I think Virginia comes and plays good deep. I just don't like the way they be scoring. Honestly, dog, I'm probably gonna put a lean on this one. I ain't gonna make no official play.
I got you.
But if I were going to, now don't get me wrong. After a couple of these bets, I'm definitely gonna take them on the money line. Once we win this money earlier of the day, because that's a later game. Let me see. Trying to see what this first half line is. Y'all forgive me. Be sure to like while I'm sitting there looking for this. Subscribe. -3.5. I like that. I'll take a lean on that. I think with NC State starting off without their two guys, so this is the second game. This is their second game. Syracuse, everything was in the rhythm, but you saw the second half how it was. Once everything got slowed down. But going against this Virginia's defense in the first half without your top two scores, give me Virginia -3.5. Matter of fact, fuck it, let's do it. Official play because I'm starting to like it the more I talk.
Come on, baby, ride with me then.
UVA -3.5 for the first half. That's my official.
How much? What'd you see it at? 3.5.
The -3.5 for the first half.
Oh, that's not bad. I thought it would be at 4. Yeah, I haven't really looked at their first half plays, but man, they smother you defensively, dog. So it's just
that's what I'm saying.
See them without their top scorer. Who's gonna make up for that 16?
Now they got some guys. Man, I just think that game against Syracuse, that was just some. Syracuse is playing bad. Gerard, he was playing bad for Syracuse. They were getting a lot of calls too. You know what I think, bro? For Syracuse, I think the media puts Syracuse in a certain situation just to get a reaction out of their coach.
Out of Boeheim?
Yeah, for sound bites and all that. They be trying to get Boeheim like amped because he's so charismatic and character. He's a character. I mean, he'd be funny as hell when we call him some bullshit, and he know they be calling some bullshit. But anyway, staying on track. Yeah, UVA. I think they're gonna come out and play some defense. They're gonna come out pissed too because they're coming off a loss, an upset loss. So look for them to take care of business. Look for NC State to make some late adjustments, versus that defense. So I'm kind of scared of the full game, but I'll take them first half.
All right. I feel
you.
Man,
be sure to like, subscribe, follow us on all of our platforms, man. Share us if you like. Let's get to the last game for the day before we open the mic and start taking in requests. And, everybody just talking their shit. Open mic session coming up next. But until then, let's get to Colorado State, our last play of the day. Colorado State Cowboys going against TCU. The Cowboys are 11-4 against 11-4 in the year, 8-6 against 8-6-1 against the spread, while TCU they're 9-7, 6-9-1 against the spread. The injury report: Flavors Jr. he's questionable for today for Oklahoma State, while D. Williams he's still out, and questionable for TCU. The guard Farabello, he's questionable. Oklahoma State coming off of back-to-back victories against Iowa State, who's terrible this year, and Arkansas beating a good Arkansas team, 81-77. TCU been taking some boys down to the wire lately, playing good, especially in the first half, but then just, the talent just taking off in the second half. They're on a 5-game losing streak. The last couple of games they lost to Mizzou, which they took them down to the wire, 102-98. Kansas, which they took them down to the wire, 59-51. Before then, OU smacked them, Baylor smacked them, and Kansas smacked them. But 5-game losing streak, they was on a 5-game winning streak, and they actually beat Oklahoma State 77-76. So somebody's looking for some revenge today. 4-1 against the spread in the last 5 games. The total's gone over 8 out of the last 12 games. OSU, they're 4-1 straight up in the last 5 games. The Cowboys are 4-2 against the spread in the last 6 games when playing against TCU. 2-6 straight up in the last 8 games when playing against TCU. 7-1 straight up in the last 8 games on the road though this season. 1-5 straight up in the last 6 games when playing on the road against TCU. 6-2 against the spread in the last 8 games. 5-2 against the spread in the last 7 games against Big 12 opponents. Man, so they got some history on up against them tonight. TCU, the unders hit 5 out of the last 7. They're 0-5 in the last 5 games, 0-5 against the spread in their last 5 games. They're 5-1 straight up in the last 6 games, again against Oklahoma State. 1-5 straight up in the last 6 games. They're 4-10 against the spread in the last 14 games in February, and the total has gone under 4 out of the last 5 when playing at home on a Wednesday. Last game of the evening, the Cowboys. Oh, I got on open mic. I'm tripping. The Cowboys. TCU, what you got?
I'm on K Cunningham, that lottery pick, like you be saying, and Okie State. Yeah, what you say, LJ? Okie State -5, TCOA gets the spread at home. Exactly. So I'm all over Okie State. I mean, K Cunningham, bro, he's averaging 18 points a game. Like he is 6 rebounds. Isaac is giving you Isaac Lakikil, sorry, 11.7 boards, 4 assists. TCU, I mean, I know you think they playing a little better. You're giving them more credit, and I'm giving them credit for because every time I look at them, they losing. So they score 68 and give up 70. I don't take teams with negative point differentials, period. I don't care how many points they get. Like, if you allow more points than you score on average, I'm not fucking with you. Period. So just for that reason, and like LJ just said, they're 0-8 against the spread at home. Like, I mean, if you want to say maybe they're due for a win, I don't bet on dudes. I don't even say that no more. I used to do that when we first started betting. Like, man, boys, they gotta be due for a win. They lost 10. Nah, fuck that shit, bro. I don't bet on. They lost 8, they can lose 9. I don't bet on dudes. So fuck all that shit. Okie State is due to win. If you want to say a dude, like I don't bet on that. So I'm on. I think I caught it last night at 4, not 4.5. But even for the video purposes, I'm still on the 4.5. I just feel like TCU got to beat me. They just got to beat me. Until they beat me, then.
They do a win. You know who was due a win last night? Duquesne. Damn, I'm pissed at Dayton, man. They messed up everything.
You should say that.
Oh man,
I don't know if you remember me saying when we talked about that game.
On a 9-0 win streak. They were not on a 9-game win streak against them boys. 9.
I don't know if you remember when we talked about it yesterday. I was saying, like, I'm not fucking with this game.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know nothing, but I don't follow Dayton. No, I know you follow Dayton. So,
man. Anyways, TCU scrappy. They're very scrappy first half team. But if squeezes away the talent, they're not the same talented team that they were in the last 2-3 years because I've been following them. Oklahoma State, they got a lottery pick over there. They got a lot of veterans over there. They got a great coach over there. I like Oklahoma State -4.5. This will end my day greatly. I'm talking about a great day. If I can get that U of H, Mizzou, this will set me up for a great day, and then I can just, hey man, hey UVA, y'all, here you can have my money and just win me $1,000 real quick. I'm gonna take Oklahoma State -4.5. Official play. So we pretty much been on the same side today.
Yeah, except for UVA. UVA, the only difference. I took
Man,
Dave.
I lost 800 on that game. It's
Yeah,
terrible. Man.
it's terrible.
So I
Terrible.
feel you, LJ. My fault on that, man. I was way off. But man, let's get to our fan favorite section, and one of my favorites too, open mic. When we could just talk about anything. Talk about plays. You guys, who've been saving some of your plays, you can throw them out there. We can get some extra factions on them.
Man, y'all check out the NBA video I'm gonna do in about 2 hours from now. 6-1 on the week so far in NBA. Just to throw that out there. 6-1 so far.
And also, I'm gonna plug Marley boy since he ain't gonna do it. Y'all follow LJ man on Facebook. He be doing a lot of videos too. I've seen recently. He's in the comment section being active. Follow him on Facebook, man. He's doing podcasting all day on different games, different sports.
Facebook and YouTube. LJ from Houston. For sure. Raw Words Sports Podcast. Raw Words. What do you got? 9.5 first half. Alabama 8.5. I thought about that Alabama. I got scared. Georgetown. I do not know about that Georgetown. They playing who the fuck is Georgetown playing?
I think
They're playing somebody good. They playing somebody that can cover that 14. I'm trying to remember because I looked at it.
Is it Xavier?
Nah, it's not Xavier.
It's not Creighton, is it?
Is it Creighton? No. Is it Creighton? It might be Creighton.
Yeah, it is Creighton.
It might be Creighton.
Hey, I kind of like that because Creighton been struggling lately.
Have they? I just know Georgetown.
Following that Big East. Big East is my shit. They've been following another game, man. And I wanted to do, but I got scared, man. That Seton Hall and Providence. I fool with Providence. That's my team. But it's just when them lines is that low for them Big East games, I get scared.
I feel like that Providence game could go either way.
Man, bro. Speaking of scared, dog, that Butler Marquette game. That was crazy.
I didn't even see what happened, but I took Marquette first half.
Oh my goodness, and that was easy money. That was probably the easiest money of your day.
Easy money.
But they fell apart because I took them second half. I wanted to do the first half, but I missed.
They got smashed the second half. I mean, I seen the score.
They lost.
They lost the second half by like 11 points, I think.
They were up 12. I took it 1.5. For the majority of the second half, the score was between 11. The second half, 11 to 17. They went up 17 points at one point, and took that and boom, they just started. And the coach for whatchamacallit smart, he started fouling early, sending them to the line early because he realized they were struggling at the line. So that definitely helped out. He started fouling with 2.5 minutes left in the second half. They almost lost that thing, and they didn't cover. A lot of people. Some people got like Mikey. He caught it at 3.5. And you remember we was telling him all day, you better stay away from Butler. Butler is trash. Butler's trash. That's right. And they pushed Marquette. Oh, you pushed because he caught it at 3. But if you took Marquette -4, man, I know you pissed. I know you pissed.
Yeah, I money lined the first half, or I can't remember if I money lined or I took it at 2. I don't know, but it was easy.
That was a smart move. Definitely a smart move.
Yeah, I didn't want to mess with the full game for some reason. I don't know, because I really don't believe in Marquette like that neither, though. So I was like, Butler, so they're not gonna come out high. I'll just take Butler. Hey, I'm not saying Georgetown won't cover. I'm saying Creighton is capable of covering that 14 because Georgetown is terrible. I'm not messing with it though. I wouldn't take the -14 either. So I feel you.
Yeah, Creighton's been down, man. They've been tripping lately. I'll definitely take it, whatever the first half is for that game. I've only seen Georgetown play like twice, and that was in the beginning of the year. So I don't really I don't know what they're looking like right these days. But
what's your best bet?
Best bet for today?
For today.
That U of H.
I was gonna say I know you're gonna go with U of H.
That U of H.
U of H safe.
That's
Hey,
that U of H will determine if I'm gonna have a. That's gonna determine if I have a date at all. To be honest with you.
Marley bets. I could jump on the NBA, that real spill.
Man.
Hey, yo,
Oh,
what time? You free? When you
yeah,
free?
yeah, LJ, because he was stressing about 2 hours ago. Like, man, who I'm gonna do it with?
Hey,
Trying to
my nigga Las Vegas trade came through for me, but we can do a 3-way.
yeah, do a
You know,
three-way.
I ain't doing no tripping.
He was stressing, bro. He was like, man, who I'm gonna do? He was trying to low key guilt me and be like, all right,
Like, man, I
all it,
don't really want
all
to
it
do that
takes.
whole week.
That's all it takes for me to sit down and do that. The next thing you know, I'm be like, that does sound good. That does sound good. Then let me make a play on the NBA game, not knowing the night before them niggas was at the strip club, and then it's over. I'm gonna be pissed.
Y'all
Hey,
look at that.
let me
Y'all look
tell
at that.
you, I've been getting desperate. At like yesterday. Okay, so when I realized it was the end of the world on that dating, I was like, all right, fuck. Let me go ahead and claim this free play. Now they gave me about 300 in free play, so I took, I took the pick that I should have put out everything on USC second half -4. You know what I'm saying? And worst case scenario, push if they lose by 1. Well, worst case scenario is losing, but I felt they was gonna win, and that was a good game. So then I jumped on Illinois right when they went into overtime. I jumped on Illinois -1.5. Boom. Give me that other 3. Then I took Boston. Boston was down. Well, Boston was up by 1 point in the third quarter, late in the third against the Warriors. And I did that because I did the same shit last week when I took the Warriors the second half like that. So I was like, let me fade them boys because I know they're gonna go hard. And took Boston, boom. I'm back at 8. So U of H is gonna determine if I have a great day or not.
NBA been keeping me good, so I don't know I started college hot last week, and then I just been up and down, up and down, up and down, up and down. So
well, we definitely gonna let the people
I feel
know.
good. I feel good about today's picks, though.
Yeah, I do.
I feel real good.
I mean, I feel good
about that Virginia.
Because I ain't doing no spreads. I ain't doing no spreads. Really, the only spread I'm doing is U of H. That's it.
Well, I got Virginia on mine. I like the Hornets tonight. Man, you know what? Clipper? I wasn't gonna get into my NBA stuff because I'm finna do the podcast tomorrow. But that's one of the games. Podcast later, not tomorrow. But the Hornets +7 was something I looked at real hard. But what kept me off of it, because that's not a game I'm gonna cover. What kept me off of it was the fact that who the hell is gonna stop Embiid? Like, who the fuck is gonna stop Embiid? Like, I don't know, and I don't know if they gonna be able to stop Embiid. That's what scared me away from it. But the Hornets have been balling though. Oh, last three games anyway. They beat the Bucks. Who else? I can't remember who else they beat, but I know the Bucks is one of the strongest teams they beat. And I looked at that 7 hard, man. I wanted to take it, but then when I looked at the Clippers, they've been destroying people except the Lakers. Like, that Lakers was the closest game they had. They've been beating people by 8, 9, and 10 and plus. So I got scared of it. I didn't want to give up the 7 or take the 7, man. So I left that one alone. But it's not a bad play. They've been playing good. What you talking about, LJ? Best bets today, Wednesday. I like the Oklahoma State. That's my best bet too.
I see.
It was either that or Virginia.
Philly. See, too many baskets.
Yeah, Philly.
I'm curious who the Bruins playing today.
The who?
The Bruins.
Talk about baseball? Oh, hockey?
Yeah.
I don't know. I haven't dove into my hockey yet.
See,
if I can find somebody to do hockey with me, I might have started doing like hockey
videos. Look, LJ, this is a sign because this nigga earlier was talking about, man, what's up on some hockey videos?
I put LJ on hockey. We talked about it yesterday. Look, Pete, I told LJ when he first started gambling, I say, bro, I'm telling you, he was like, I'm just gonna fuck with football. He was like, I'm just gonna fuck with football. I say,
Oh, they
okay.
got Philly. They got the Flyers tonight.
Got the Flyers. The Flyers can score.
They on the road too.
They inconsistent, but they can score. I haven't dove into my hockey yet. I got to get into it. It just started. I don't like betting on sports when they just start. I do it with football and basketball because them sports I really just know. I just started betting on hockey like 2-3 years ago, so I don't just. I kind of let the season develop so I can get some numbers on my side before I dive into that hockey. But hockey cool though, man. It's a fun. It's not bad to watch though. I start when I was in Vegas them 2 years, dog. It kind of put me on that hockey a little bit. You missed the U of H.
Nah. Women's UConn, they play tonight against St. John's at 5:30. Bro, I might have to
Tell me about that.
I might have to go to another account and deposit just to do live betting on women's basketball.
Because they don't never have the lines. Yeah, you got to do it live, huh?
Yeah, you gotta catch that shit live betting. They play against. See, so what I like to do, bro, in this women's basketball, I only fuck with top 25 teams. Really, I only fuck with, or if they gotta have a good record. I don't fuck with teams that have no less than 3 losses. If they top 5, I'm riding with them. I'm riding with them every quarter, damn near every quarter. You just gotta watch it. It's like stock or Bitcoin. You just gotta watch it. But UConn women, man, I'm probably gonna deposit just to do some UConn's women basketball.
I don't need another sport, though.
And look, that's at 5:30 in West Virginia women, but they're going against Iowa State. They can hoop too. Yeah, man, I'll be on this women basketball, man.
I know you tried to put me on it last year. I followed you on a couple games on the live.
Matter of fact, they playing right now. There's some games right now. Villanova, and that. Hey, I gotta go. All right, you got anything?
Nah, that's it, man. Check me out in about an hour or two for some NBA action. We're gonna go over the NBA game. Same channel, man. Same shit.
Hey, man, it's the coach. We out.